All right, I am back. It is draft day. The White Sox are 27-32, which is actually a bit lucky. As you can see, we are 14th in runs scored and 12th in runs against. So probably just a little bit lucky to be 27-32, to be honest with you guys. I just thought we would take some time to do the draft as well as check in on our prospects. So welcome back to the series. Still ironing out sort of how I want to structure this thing, what things I want to show, what things I don't want to show because they're boring, but we're going to check in on prospects real quick. And yeah, so Trent DeVoe, his projections are all down. He's played like one game in Rookie League, so not a big deal. Guerrero hasn't gotten... Yeah, these guys are all rookie ball guys. Their years haven't really started, so can't really make the judgment calls. Jake Berger already saw ruptured his Achilles, so that's a bummer. He was hitting pretty well. Gavin Sheets, who is no longer with the team, he's just kind of right now in the Tigers organization. Okay, on to Winston-Salem. Dylan Cease has tore the flexor elbow in his tendon. Recovery time 12 months. That is really going to kill his development potentially. So that's a bummer. Ian Clarkin is pitching poorly in A+ ball. I'm not going to move him, but yeah, that's a bummer too. Luis Robert, one of the very big prospects in the system, his projections I can see are down. That sucks, but he is hitting pretty well, so that's good. Just 23 games at A+ ball right now, but good to see him doing well as a 20-year-old at that level. Blake Rutherford is hot. He's hot, and his projections, ratings-wise, are still looking good. He's playing very well. Yeah, I mean, it's only been 50 games at A+ ball, but I think he's ready to move up to AA. So I'm going to send him to Birmingham. He's going to be happy about that, and I'm happy about that too. He's coming along nicely. Eloy Jimenez, who's also in Birmingham right now, it's interesting. He's hitting very well, but he's not quite showing the power that we want. But hard to complain. He is hitting very well. And yeah, seems like he's going to be a very solid piece for us in the majors, hopefully sooner rather than later. Not quite ready to move up yet, but maybe at some point this year if he can keep this up. Alec Hansen, a relief prospect, he is just kind of pitching A right now. Not bad, but not incredible. Gregory Soto, newly acquired starting pitching prospect we got in Birmingham. He's pitching not bad, actually. Interestingly enough, his ERA is 3.7 and his ERA plus is only 99, so it must not be a very offensive league. So, but yeah, walk strikeouts, they aren't very good, but home run suppression's definitely there, and you can see his movement's very high. So, yeah, doing all right. Can't complain. All right, and then our AAA boys, Zach Birdie. Still got 8 more weeks before he comes back from Tommy John. Zach Collins, the catcher, he is actually doing quite well for himself. May very well earn himself a call-up soon. So that could be in September. That could even be before then. But good for him. Dane Dunning has gone cold. But actually, as you can see, still pitching pretty well in AAA. 3.5 ERA. Yeah, not terrible. He's not ready to be called up yet, but not bad. Kopech pitching very well. I think for him, I see him maybe making bullpen appearances this year, and then hopefully starting in the rotation. That he has a lot of potential to be good, but his control and his changeup really need to develop if he really wants to be a rotation piece for us for a long time. So I'm a little skeptical of that, but we'll see. Victor Reyes, who I traded for. He looks to be doing, yeah, also pretty good in AAA. So we have a lot of good outfielders right now, but not a lot of good outfielders, but a lot of major league quality outfielders at least. But he could definitely find his way on the roster soon. I need to compare him to kind of Juan C. Perez because I could see myself calling him up. Carson Fulmer, who is in the majors, is pitching pretty good, honestly, all things considered. So, yeah, that's sort of the prospect update. I am going to actually look at Juan C. Perez. Nolan Fontana is doing well, doing very well. Actually won Rookie of the Month in April, so that's great. And then our other new acquisition, Zack Greinke, is also doing quite well. So, Jose Abreu, sadly, is not doing well. He's only 90 OPS plus. He's the best player on the team, and his ratings are a little bit down too. Avi Garcia, he is doing certainly not terrible. And then Moncada is struggling at the plate, but because of the position he plays, he is still doing his thing. And actually, his whole sort of projected ability looks nice. His ratings are really coming along, I think. Even though he's struggling this year, he seems poised to have a really good 2019 with the way these ratings are coming along. So happy about that. Juan C. Perez, I wanted to look at. Yeah, it's certainly not terrible, but definitely going to keep an eye on, what's his name in AAA? Sorry, Victor Reyes, because he could be definitely knocking on the door there. All right, we're going to get into the draft now. I'm not going to include every little debate. Also, Wellington Castillo is doing awesome. He's doing absolutely fantastic. Could very well be kind of our lone representative at the All-Star game this year. But yeah, I'm very stoked about his performance. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm glad that we kind of have this contract set up so he can stick with the team for the next at least 2 years and probably 3 years. We'll probably take him up on this team option. It's good to have a solid catcher like him. I like the guys who have decent defensive catcher ratings and also aren't terrible at the plate are hard to come by. So he's definitely a valuable piece. All right. So without further ado, let us get into the draft, where we have the 4th pick. So that's exciting. This could be, I don't want to say like a franchise-altering player, but you're going to get a good crack at somebody. So next pick by Chicago. All right, and now decisions. All right, this was a very nerve-wracking decision, but I think the guy I want to draft is an 18-year-old high school prospect by the name of Mason Dinneberg. He's a starting pitcher. I really like how these pitches look like they could develop. The changeup probably won't come along, but he has this arsenal where 3 pitches could work out. He has high work ethic. There were a few other position players who I was heavily considering. One of them was Seth Beer, but this Avoid Gaze just doesn't do it for me, and it would cost us a good bit of money. Jared Kalenic would be the other one. He looks absolutely phenomenal. He looks, for me, he's the best player available, but $4.2 million is a steep price that I don't really want to pay for him. But yeah, oh my gosh, those numbers are insane. Some of these other guys too, like Terang looks really, really good, and these catchers too. But for my money, I just feel like Dinneberg's a decent choice. It's always risky picking a pitcher. Usually, position players have a slightly better rate of developing, but I just feel like this is my pick right now. It doesn't feel like a great pick necessarily. It doesn't feel like a home run, but it's who I am going to go for at number 4. And maybe one of these guys will still be around that I really like in the second round. I've actually had a lot of success in the second round in previous saves. I don't know why, but yeah. So Dinneberg will be my pickup for now. All right, we are back in the second round now. Clinic is still available. Teams not wanting to pay that premium price for him, no matter how good he is. And Yeah, I mean, he's fantastic, but um, with our money situation as it is, I don't want to be dropping 4.2 million on anybody. So I am going to pick an outfielder, and I'm going to select Alec Thomas. I feel like he has the potential to be a good center fielder early in his career and probably a corner outfielder later. He just seems like a guy with a very high floor. He has high work ethic, high intelligence. The ratings are solid enough. Um, would like to see that gap power hopefully get a little bit higher. I think it could definitely get higher because he is pretty fast too. So just a stellar toolsy player, and yeah, not as risky as Denneberg by any means. I feel like this is a guy that can definitely work out for us. So very excited to have him aboard. Alec Thomas, second rounder. All right, back here in the third round, and after a lot of deliberation, the guy I'm going to go with is the catching prospect James Bell from California. Just defensive ratings are there enough for me, and very solid on offense. Hopefully, a guy who develops because yeah, he does look like he could be quite good. Not stoked that he doesn't have high work ethic, but hey, you know, not everyone's perfect. So third rounder, James Bell. All right, back in the fourth round here, and I think I'm going to go with Trevor Cadd, the outfielder. Yeah, really like how these projections look. Statistically, not a high intelligence or high work ethic guy, but looks like he could be a good player potentially, so I'm going to go with him. All right, in the fifth round, and the last pick I will show you guys. I usually do the first 10 rounds myself and then let the CPU do the rest. But fifth round is the last pick I'll show you guys, and it's Luke Mann, who's a high school pitcher. And what intrigues me about him is also the fact that he looks like he could be a very solid position-playing prospect. I'm not sure if he would play third base or first base, or maybe even like right field. One of those positions for sure, but this is a guy who likely in the minors will do both, and maybe he'll develop and get good at least one of these things. So that's kind of what I'm banking on with this fifth round pick. Hopefully he can put something together. So I'm going to pick Luke Mann, the two-way prospect, with my fifth round pick. And that'll finish up the draft, at least for this video. I still have 5 more picks to make. Okay, draft has concluded. Sorry. I actually went through and did the first 15 rounds, so if any sort of diamond in the rough later round draft prospect develops for me from this class, let's just have it known that I did the first 15 rounds myself, so if they're in the first 15 rounds, that means I'm smart, and my brain is big, and I probably read Shakespeare for fun, so... Mason Denneberg, our first round pick, he wants 1.8 million, which is one of the reasons why we drafted him, because I'm a broke boy, so 1.8 million it is. Out Thomas will have to at least meet demand. I'm going to give him a little bonus beyond his demand. I'll give him an extra 100,000 just to make sure we get him. Still well below slot value. James Bell indicates that we should meet the demand, and I will do that for him. Trevor Cadd. I will have to at least meet the demand, but I will give him, what about 180,000? Still below slot, still below slot. That's why you click draft instead of like meet demand or slot or anything like that. You sort it out for them later. And then Luke Mann, he just wants us to meet the demand. So those are submitted. I probably won't show you guys the emails when they get confirmed, but just assume that everyone accepts, and will be making their rookie ball appearances later in the year. All right, that's it for now. I am going to just kind of simp through the All-Star break, give you guys a quick update, and then that'll be the end of the episode, I think. So, yeah, let's get to that. All right, we are here at the All-Star break. our lone representative at the All-Star game is none other than Zack fucking Granite, baby. So that is great news. I'm quite pleased with that. In spite of his ratings, I think I think if when you look at his ratings right now, there is definitely some overachieving going on. I have to sort of maybe start questioning if this is a guy that I would look to trade in the off season or maybe even at the trade deadline. But as of right now, very happy to have him on the team. Very happy that I got him in a pretty cheap trade. I sent away basically a not very premium pitching prospect for him. And yeah, big fan of his in real life. If he could do something like this in real life, it'd be awesome. But as you can see, he is playing quite well at the major league level. Has made an All-Star game, and his would this count as his rookie year? I can't remember how many games it is or like how much time it is. You need I know you need 130 like plate appearances or something like that. He didn't quite reach it, so I don't know if this qualifies as his rookie year or not. But yeah, Zack Granite, cool guy, really interesting player in real life. So yeah, glad to see that he made the All-Star game. Here's the other players on the All-Star roster. Jonathan Lucroy is having a monster year. Boy, he sure is. Miggy is back. He is hitting much better than he did last year, so he's just kind of adding on to his accolades and career stats at this point. Lindor is having kind of an all-timer season. The ridiculous thing about Lindor is that literally in every single out-of-the-park baseball save, he is absolutely bonkers good. Like, I've never seen him like not be like this guy. He like even like last year he always ends up with like 100 WAR, like easy first ballot Hall of Fame, and absolutely filthy season he's having right now. George Springer and Mookie Betts, two more players who are doing very well in the American League. Carlos Correa also doing well in the National League. Your starting pitcher will be Zack Greinke. Kershaw is also having a monster year. Anyone else just absolutely on fire? Arenado is doing very well. Votto is doing very well. And I saw Brian W. Anderson, pretty interesting. But he's definitely having a great season, and he's missed some time too. So we're 44 and 53 at the break. And now I'm going to check in on those prospects real quick and see if any of them... Oh, I will give you guys a few quick roster updates, actually. I called up Zach Collins to coincide with a Wellington Castillo injury, so he is now currently filling in there at the very least in our rotation. Kopech, I've called up. He's pitched well in his 24 innings. You still need to see that control and changeup really develop still. This was because James Shields was doing terrible at pitching, and because Justin Masterson was as well, so I decided to call up Michael. Yeah, those are kind of the two that stand out, definitely. So Zack Granite definitely stands out. Juancy Perez is doing a bit better, and Reyes was doing a bit worse, so I didn't end up calling him up. But we will take a look at those minor league prospects right now. If I can remember how to do that. Okay, so rookie ball guys, they're all kind of split up right now. DeVoe has 36 games in rookie ball, and he's actually playing extremely well. So that's good. Hopefully he could... we're going to let him finish up there and, maybe A-ball next year. That'd be good. Do we have like a low A affiliate? Nope, just single A. Guerrero is also hitting very well, but he's only played like 5 games. Misses, not doing well. These are the 5 new guys we drafted. Luke Mann, these guys, their season hasn't started in 8-ball yet, so that's fine. Jake Berger still injured. Don't still injured. Ian Clarkin, just pitching all right, not really looking to move up or move down. Luis Robert, big prospect of ours, playing very well at A+ ball level. I think probably worth the move to AA right now, and we'll see if he can kind of hold his own there. If not, he could end up going back down. Okay, Spencer Adams, starting pitcher prospect who I actually missed in my initial go-around, but he's pitching quite well at AA level. Don't think quite ready for AAA yet, but could move there at the end of the season. Alec Hansen, pitching solid, not amazing, not quite ready to move up. Ratings look quite nice though. Ratings do look quite nice if he is able to develop. Eloy is holding his own at AA, which is fantastic, and he could find himself in AAA. Yeah, I think probably it's about time for him to move up. This guy could be in the majors before we know it, and I'm really excited to have him. He is going to hopefully really light it up and be a big deal for us for a long time. So happy to have him move up to AAA. Blake Rutherford, we believe we moved up to AA. Still playing very well. Not yet ready for AAA, but still playing very well. Could be ready for AAA at the end of the year, at the beginning of next year. Gregory Soto, who we traded for, pitching all right. Little BABIP luck there. Strikeouts and walks aren't fantastic. Home run suppression is there. His ratings have stayed about the same. His start has gone down, but who gives a shit? Vieira is looking really solid, really solid. I think definitely AAA for him. Yay! I like when they smile. Zach Birdie still hurt. Dane Dunning, unfortunately, it appears he's torn his labrum in his shoulder, so that really sucks. He was one of our big-time prospects. You never know how it's going to affect their long-term outlook, so that's a real bummer. Reyes, talked about already. Vieira, yeah, and then Collins, Fulmer, and Kubik are all in the majors right now. As a whole, I'm not really hating our position right now. We, when you look at the run score, the runs against, 44 and 53, might even be a little bit lucky. This team's not really doing particularly good at anything. We're just kind of below average at everything. So just hope to finish out the year without making fools of ourselves, get into the off season, and then I can really get around to wheeling and dealing, making free agency signings and trades, and really making this team my own, because it's difficult when you boot up a new save and it's 2 days until opening day, and there's only so much you can do to make the team your own. And I feel like the pieces that I've made my own, like Granite, for example, have performed well. So looking forward to getting to that off season, and so I will meet you guys there in the next episode, and I hope you're enjoying the Let's Play. I definitely am. I've really enjoyed playing as the White Sox so far, to be honest with you. The farm system is really cool. So I will see you guys at the end of 2018 season. All right, peace.